Ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Cowboys just made arguably their most important hire remaining to make on their coaching staff as they got an offensive coordinator from Kansas State that I'm going to inform you guys exactly who he is in just a moment. Be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content. All right, you can see here, Clarence Hill Jr. is reporting that he can confirm that the Dallas Cowboys are indeed hiring Kansas State offensive coordinator / offensive line coach Conor Riley to coach the O-line on Brian Schottenheimer's staff. Another highly touted get for Schotty. Now, a lot of you are going to be like, who is this guy? We have no clue because, yeah, a lot of us don't, including myself. So we're going to go ahead and inform ourselves together by reading a quick biography, I guess, of exactly who this guy is based off of his staff directory profile with the Kansas State program. One of the top offensive line coaches in the country. That's a good way to start it. Conor Riley is in his 6th season at K-State in 2024, tutoring the Wildcats offensive front and first serving as the program's offensive coordinator. He was the interim coordinator for Kansas State's victory over NC State in the Pop-Tarts Bowl before being elevated to the full-time role in early January. All right, so first things first, he clearly was the coach for Cooper Beebe. So it is possible that we see Cooper Beebe maybe move back to that guard position that he played in college. And if that's the case, then we could see Zach Martin actually seeing the end of his time here in Dallas. And then we will have to see either Brock Hoffman move into that center position, or the Cowboys will need to draft another center because they don't have another guy that's on the roster that's like starting quality center outside of a Brock Hoffman. So that's something that you want to keep an eye out for with this potential move. So that's very, very interesting. Riley has been an integral part of an offensive staff that has helped produce 34.6 points per game over the last 2 seasons to rank 19th in the nation and 3rd among returning Big 12 teams. The Wildcats have averaged at least 32 points per game in consecutive seasons for the first time since 2016 and 2017, while they have eclipsed an average of 200 rushing yards per game in consecutive seasons for the first time since doing so for 3 straight years from 2001 through 2003. That is another very interesting note because that tells you this is another hire that has an emphasis on the running game. So again, y'all, the Cowboys trying to maul people. I don't know what OG Emmett was talking about. It's very clear what the plan is. They plan to maul people, and we likely will see some interesting moves being made with the offensive line, and probably not the moves people are expecting. A lot of people talking about Tyler Guy moving to right tackle and get rid of Terrence Steele. I'm thinking more so along the lines of Zach Martin leaves, retire, does whatever. We see Cooper Beebe slide to right guard. We see Brock Hoffman slide to center, or the Cowboys are on deck to draft another center, and that'll be another interesting position to watch for in the draft because they may surprise some people in the draft. So just keep an eye out for that position now. Additionally, Riley's offensive front has surrendered fewer than 2 sacks per game in each of his 5 years on the staff. The Wildcats' longest streak since sacks became an official NCAA statistic in 1985. Okay. K-State is the only returning Big 12 team to currently hold a streak of at least 5 years, allowing less than 2 sacks per game each season, and the Wildcats are one of the only 9 FBS programs and 5 Power 4 schools to lay that claim. During the 9-win 2023 season, Riley coached the Wildcat offensive front to semifinalist status for the Joe Moore Award, an honor that goes to the top offensive line unit in the country. K-State's line helped the Wildcats rank in the top 30 nationally in 11 offensive categories, including scoring, rushing, third down conversions, rushing touchdowns, and first down. So again, another huge emphasis on the run game, and this is a guy that helped Cooper Beebe really play at a high level at Kansas State. Obviously, a Deuce Vaughn played a big role at Kansas State as well. So maybe a Deuce Vaughn, maybe he escapes the Grim Reaper again for the Cowboys, and he gets another go at it on this team, especially with a new offensive line coach who does have some ties to a Deuce Vaughn and may understand how to better use him. But again, we'll have to take a look at K-State's kind of scheme and kind of how they run the ball and what they were doing there to really know exactly what type of offensive line coach he's going to be for the Cowboys or what he will bring. But in reality, it seems like they're getting another guy that has a proven resume of being good at something, being a specialist. And if anything, I think in life in general, this is just a lesson in life. Specialists are appreciated in life, man, just in everything. You would rather have someone that's really good at something, do that one thing for you, than have someone that's kind of good at everything, try to do something for you if your life depended on it. You would want to have a specialist do it for you over that person that just kind of has general knowledge over it. And I think when you bring in guys who are very good at something and they complement each other, because one guy is good at this and another guy is good at this, but they also all have very good track records as well, with still being able to establish a good pass protection scheme and not getting their quarterbacks killed in the pocket. But it's very clear they're all going to be on the same page as far as wanting to run the ball. I think that's the most important thing, is the coaching staff has to be on the same page with what they want to do, right? That's already a better start. When you can have a coaching staff where everyone's on the same page, everyone's moving on one accord, everyone's like, hey, we want a focus on being able to do this thing and do this thing very, very well, because we trust that our quarterback is a good enough quarterback where we don't have to stress the pass game. We don't have to stress making the pass game even better. We need to make the run game better, because that's going to open our quarterback up to be able to be a better version of himself, because he's going to be able to play the game more free, and the field will open up for him as well. And he won't have to worry about 8 guys dropping back into coverage and having to deal with 3-man rushes getting home. You know what I'm saying? So I think that right there is going to be the biggest difference that we're going to see with this coaching staff versus the last. And based off of some of Jerry's comments, we're going to get to those. That may be something we really may have to hang our hat on, y'all, because I just really don't know if there's going to be many more bright days coming as it pertains to outside of the coaching staff. I don't know if free agency is going to provide us any whoopee moments. I don't think we're going to be real excited during free agency, y'all, just based off some comments made by Jerry. But Jerry's got to see now. So who knows? And how bad them Cowboys.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still them boys.